Now we are going to introduce the very new product for US. It has been selling in Asian countries, but for US, tomorrow is the first day we are going to launching the emGuarde. All right. So I'd like to introduce one of the top leader, 62-4 from Malaysia, Mr. Simon Low. Hi, Simon. Are you there?
Hello, Tomo-san. Thank you
Uh,
very much for the introduction.
Sure. So yeah, please, deliver the exciting, product and business opportunity for US distributors. All right. Thanks, Simon.
Got it, got it. So first of all, good evening, everybody. Simon Low here, and I am so excited to be here to do this call for everybody. So let me know, or let everybody know where you guys are tuning in from. Which state are you guys from? And I think mainly we have our American friends on this call tonight. All right. So first of all, very, very excited to be here. And again, having this, launch. I got one right here. Okay. So who wants to get their hands on this new emGuarde product? Type EMG on the chat box because I've been using this. I've had the privilege to have this a little earlier, right? Than the rest. So I've been using it, carrying it in my pocket. So it's been very, very exciting. And I think a lot of you guys are very excited because we see that enthusiasm from the Facebook group. Somebody said they just bought it. I don't know where you buy it from. Okay, so a lot of corporate announcements are going to come. But first of all, today we're going to run this amazing Enagic USA emGuarde launch Zoom call. So give yourself a big round of applause, all right, for being here because this is the inauguration of this new product launch in the US. And it's going to be followed by Canada and the rest of the countries that Enagic has its footprint. So it's going to be a global um, what do you call tsunami for this new product. So it's going to be very, very exciting. And once again, I'm very honored to be able to present this. Thanks to Tomo-san and the US team for inviting me and hosting this call. And I think you guys are going to love what this product can do and how it can actually impact your Enagic business. And before I go into my presentation, I just want to build some context behind this product. Now, let me know if who here you are somebody that is inseparable from your mobile phones. Type one in the chat box. Inseparable is like if I take away your phone, it is as if I'm taking away one of your limbs. And I think I belong to that category because everything happens on the phone, right? And I believe we have a lot of people from the online team here as well. And it's just something that it's part of us. In fact, it should be listed as one of our organs because we can't live without it, right? And who here, when you woke up this very morning, before you gave your husband or your wife a nice kiss and wish them good morning, you were on your phone first checking your Facebook, Instagram account. Type two in the chat box. All right, Brandon says he's looking at his phone right now, right? So we wish our phones good morning before our spouses. So this is an epidemic, right? This is a phenomenon that is only going to grow. And the third thing is, who here? You have kids, young kids, you're right, in your home. They are inseparable from their iPads and their TVs and their phones. Type three in the chat box, and that's a big concern. That is a big concern, right? So this sets the context to why the emGuarde product is such an important product for everybody to understand the importance of it. And before we understand why emGuarde is important, it's very important for us to understand why do we need emGuarde in the first place? What is our environment doing to us? Because when we talk about something called electromagnetic radiation, it's very tricky. Why? Because you can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't touch it, right? So it is something that is totally undetectable by the average human being. All right. So we live in a wireless world. Invisible signals pulse through our homes, through our bedrooms, through our bodies, silent, constant, and unseen. Because if you can see it, you probably run far away and live by the mountains. But the thing is, you can't see it. And that's what makes it, to me, pretty scary. All right. We're connected 24/7. We have Wi-Fi's, we have 5G, we have smart devices. in our home, office, everywhere we go to a Starbucks, we go to a shopping mall, it's everywhere. But the question we have to ask ourselves is this: as technology advances and giving us more convenience, higher speeds, we can do so many things now with AI, stuff like that. But at what cost? Right? At what cost? Okay. So are we doing the necessary steps for us to use technology and get protected at the same time? 99.9% of the world's population don't do that. All right. We belong to the 0.1% in Enagic because now we have the emGuarde. Okay. So it's not just your phone. All right. It's the environment around you. We're living inside the exposure. Okay. Nowadays, even cars emit so much radiation. Okay. So this is, and a lot of you got really excited because I know, you can put this in one of the cars. If you have any car that you guys are driving, this is so handy. Put it in your car. You get radiation harmonization everywhere you go, whether in your car, in your handbags, at home, it's everywhere. So this is why this product is so exciting. And even when you rest, electromagnetic pollution, or what scientists call electrosmog. Can everybody type in the chat box electrosmog? It is a short form, abbreviation term for electromagnetic pollution. We're going to use this word a lot. And we're also going to use this word a lot when our special speaker that's going to come onto this call to speak about the technical, very important technical part of emGuarde and what it does to electrosmog. So this is a very, very important word that we're going to be using today. All right, so electrosmog never sleeps. And today, health experts are become more and more concerned. Now, if you talk about radiation 20, 30 years ago, people probably wouldn't bat an eye because number one, research has not been done. And number two, there's simply not that many devices around us. But if you look at the lifestyle that we have today, it's just immensely different. All right. And in my own opinion, my own personal opinion, we have to start protecting ourselves. And that's why I believe Mr. Oshiro sees that emGuarde is such an important product that we need to drink the Kangen water, use the Ukon products, right? Shower with the NSPA. And now a key element for us to protect is also our environment so that we have a holistic approach to how we view wellness and health. And I just think, it's so important for people to use all of the Enagic products to achieve its entire holistic wellness goal. Okay? So the world is filled with electrosmog. And the question is, are our children safe? All right. Pregnant ladies usually spend more time on the phones because they're normally sitting at home, relaxing, taking more time, sitting or lying down, and they tend to use more phones. And it affects, the body. So the question is, are our children safe? So let's take a look at certain statistics that is not from Enagic, not from me, not from anybody, but from these credible sources. And this is from TACA, the Autism Community in Action. And basically they've came out with a very scary fact that autism prevalence have increased 317% since the year 2000. Now, who here, you're spooked out by this? Type 1. Right? Who here, you're spooked out by this? Type 1. It's insane. You're talking about 300% since 2000. So that's 26 years ago. It's gone up by 3 times. All right, so let's take a look at more facts. The World Health Organizations, a lot of you guys have seen this. In 2011, they came out with a press release that talks about radio frequency electromagnetic fields as possibly carcinogenic to humans, group 2B, based on an increased risk for glioma, a malignant type of brain cancer, associated with wireless phone use. And this is from the World Health Organization. All right, so tons of stuff that we should be paying attention. On PubMed, you have man-made electromagnetic fields and oxidative stress. Why do we drink Kangen water? Why do we drink Kangen water? What is the most important property of the water? Anybody? Put it into the chat box. What is the most important property of our water? Why do we drink it? Yeah, hydration, yes. Joe said hydration, but what is the most antioxidant? Thank you so much, Andrea, the Ashley. Antioxidant, because we all want to live longer. We all want to oxidize at a slower rate. We all want to look beautiful and handsome until we're 80 years old. We want to look like Mr. Oshiro, right? But the thing is, Man-made electromagnetic fields increases oxidative stress. All right. So we really need to protect ourselves. All right. It affects the antioxidant, the protective antioxidant effect of vitamin A in the body. And the third one, it also affects the antioxidant defense system of the human body. Right. So we need to look at this and pay attention. All right. Radiation and male fertility. Now, this is also a study that is out of India. And let me tell you this, India is a country that knows they've done so much research on radiation as well, including the US, Canada, so much of research, and it affects the male fertility. So those of you who have not had your kids yet, take a look at this. All right. And I want to ask the men in the room, the gentlemen in the room, put into the comment box, where do you usually put your phones? When you're out, when you're going to lunch, when you're going to dinner, when you're going for shopping, where do you put your phones? Where do you put it? Your pocket. Uh-huh. Right. Next. Okay. Brandon. So don't get explicit, but you put it into your front pocket. And the better place to put it is in the back pocket, or if you have a working bag or a backpack, and that's better. The further away from the important organs of the body, put it there. All right. Look at all these research, and we have to act upon it. All right. EMF survey that is done in 2019. Health problems related to EMF exposure. People suffer from sleeping problems, fatigue, concentration, stress, headaches. So a lot has been done. And a really big news that happened about 3 years ago in France, and this was on the BBC, it was on the CNBC, and most of the news channel. France, as a country, has ordered Apple to stop selling the iPhone 12 for emitting too much electromagnetic radiation. All right. So these are big news. And that's where it's such a powerful thing to come in. Right. And how do we actually measure the radiation? Okay. Now I'd like to introduce a new tool, all right, a new tool that will be in the Enagic universe for us to be able to showcase and do effective demos on how our product works. I would like to introduce to everybody the EMD 100 electrosmog detector. So it is a detector designed to detect electrosmog, which is electromagnetic pollution. All right. And David is going to have a more in-depth explanation about how this detector works. I'm going to go through the surface of it, a summary of it, so that you guys get the idea. So the detector is based out of an index called the AEI. And AEI stands for ambient, which means our environment, ambient, electrosmog index. So it's very similar to, I'm not sure what kind of metric you guys use in the US or Canada, but here in Malaysia, where I'm from, we have something called the API, which is the air pollution index. I don't know what kind of metric you guys use. You can probably put it in the comment box, right? So that is to measure the pollution in the air. So our government has this API index, and they will issue at whenever we have, a bad haze or a bad kind of a weather pollution, and they're going to actually issue this kind of API, right, which stands for air pollution index. So it's very similar. The concept is behind the same thing. The principle is the same. So this AEI, ambient electrosmog index, it is a proprietary formula designed to detect weighted radio frequency noise, harmonic disturbances in environment, as well as the field variability within 3 to 1000 megahertz. All right. And it also detects the harmonic balance detection, which David is going to go in depth on what it's all about. So the AI index is very simple. It has a scale from 0 to 100. So this detector has been made easy the concept has been made easier for distributors to go out there and to do their demos, because it's just much simpler when we use this scale. When it shows a low AEI scale between 1 to 25, all right, it means the electrosmog interpretation is at a green zone. And when it shows yellow, it's moderate, orange is high. And if it shows red color, which is the AEI scale is between 76 to 100, it means your environment or that particular area has very high electrosmog intensity. All right. So this is so simple for people to use it and for you to actually detect how it actually works. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is also announce that this product, this EMD 100, will be on sale. And this is proprietary to Enagic to emGuarde product. That's why you can't use any other what do you call detectors in the market, because why? The specs are different, they detect different things, and emGuarde is a unique technology. That's why you need to get unique specified detectors. And I'm very happy to announce that this product, this EMD 100, will be available for sale in the US. All right, through the store, you guys have an Enagic store, or it's like an accessory at a retail price of $250 before tax. So that would be available from tomorrow onwards. The corporate staff would be supporting all the distributors to get this. It's already available while stocks last, but Enagic is always going to have more stocks to come in. So this is a very, very good news. So you do not have to order it from overseas. It's going to be available there. Okay. So this is the detector. So when we measure this kind of AI levels, how do we protect ourselves without disconnecting from modern life? Right, so how do we do it? Okay, so let's watch a video, and it's also a video that has been played during the Okinawa event, and let's enjoy the grand launch or product review of the emGuarde. Let's enjoy this video.
In a world shaped by constant electromagnetic exposure, activated with a single touch, a new standard of personal protection is emerging, designed to stay with you day after day, engineered for reliable everyday use, and designed to meet global standards. Comfortable to carry, easy to live with. emGuarde, protection you can rely on.
All right, so who here you are excited? Type 1 in the chat box. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how the emGuarde is going to be protecting every single person. Is going to be such a new innovation for the American market, global market. And yeah, somebody said sleek look. I love it. You put it in your pocket, put it in your handbags, and it's something that is such a conversation starter. I want you guys to imagine this. All of us, we have our Kangen bottle, right? And now we have the emGuarde. So when we go out there and we meet our friends in the Starbucks or Coffee Bean and we talk about the business and the product, I put these two things on the table and they're going to ask me, hey, what is that? And that's how we start conversations, right? It's so cool. You know, we could go back to talking to people. I know a lot of you guys do your business online. That is absolutely incredible. You guys are doing a great job. But there's a huge market offline as well. When you meet people that you know that could be the next, you know, big leader in Enagic. And this, when you carry it everywhere you go, is going to start conversations, right? So the Enagic emGuarde, your close body personal protection device, designed for continuous body protection in a high electrosmog polluted environment, right? So it's going to be giving you 24/7 portability protection everywhere you go, studied backed by clinical research. 3 meters, or in feet, it's about 10 feet, actually a little bit more, but Enagic is always very conservative. Strong coverage field. And I want to talk a little bit about the coverage field. That this new emGuarde actually features a new technology, which I'm going to show in the next slide, that's going to give you guys something called a looping antenna. By using a looping antenna, giving you guys a much stronger and much more stable protection bubble, because this is designed to use as a mobile device. And we go everywhere. We can go into an electric vehicle, we can go into an office, we can go into certain places that may have high static, high electromagnetic radiations, and you would have a lot of interference. And this new product, because the application of it is supposed to be mobile, the protection harmonic antenna has been upgraded to make sure that despite anywhere you go, you're going to get, you know, stable and consistent protection. All right, so I just want to let you guys know on that. And very excited that the US patent has also been obtained. All right, and the US patent number is there. So the product is officially patented in the US. Check it out. And we have a 72 hours lithium battery usage in the product. All right, so it is a rechargeable product, just like your phones. You charge it, and you can use it up to 72 hours or more. All right, so you charge it every 3 to 4 days. All right, depending on your usage. So this is the specs of the product, and I want to talk about how emGuarde works. Engineered harmonic field technology, and these are all the certifications below. David's going to go in depth. All right, and once again, for those of you who do not know how the emGuarde works, emGuarde utilizes precision, proprietary harmonic technology, engineered for modern high-density electromagnetic environments. So it is actually using a proprietary harmonic technology to convert complex electromagnetic environments into a more harmonized area. So it's perfect to use it on kids. If you guys are working in an office, it's perfect. And the new one features a loop antenna structure, like what I've mentioned, designed to distribute consistent harmonic output evenly within a 3 meter, 10 feet diameter. So that's very, very important. All right, this is the upgraded model of the antenna structure. And number 3, power management system. Of course, we want to make sure that when we charge it, we want to use it for as long as possible. So it has optimized energy regulation and enabling stable 24/7 battery-powered operation. Okay, and it is designed for close body use. Okay, so before I pass on to David, I want to share with you guys a video that we're working on, and this is a sneak peek into a brand new demo video for the emGuarde and how it actually works in a real-life environment. Let's check out this new video, and I hope you guys will enjoy it.
We're living in one of the most connected times in history. Everything around us is getting smarter. AI, smart homes, devices that are always on. Life has become much faster, more convenient, more connected. But while all these progress is happening, there's something else quietly growing around us. It's invisible, it's silent, and it's everywhere. Hello, hi everybody. Welcome to my living space. My name is Simon Low, and today we're actually going to do a tour to find out exactly how much electrosmog I'm exposed to in my living environment. So let's go. Now the question is, how can we begin to understand something that we can't even see? Well, we start by measuring it. This is the emD 100. It measures and detects electrosmog levels coming from the devices that we use every single day. And what it reveals might just surprise you. Now the emD 100 uses a proprietary scale called the AEI, which stands for Ambient Electrosmog Index. Think of it like a simple visual guide, from green to yellow, orange, and red zones. Each color shows a different level of electrosmog in your environment. And once you see it, you start to realize how much pollution is actually around you, even in a peaceful looking environment like this. Now watch this. As everyday devices get switched on and operate, the detector begins to respond. What was once invisible now becomes measurable. So I'm not imagining it. These pollutions are real, and I am absorbing a lot of it. And so are you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is there no way out? Is it game over? Or is there light at the end of the tunnel? Let's talk about what you can do today to start protecting yourself and your family. Introducing the emGuarde, a portable harmonic technology device designed for the world that we live in today. With a touch of just one button, emGuarde works by suppressing and harmonizing complex electromagnetic environments all around you. Now let's take a look at what happens in real time. Without emGuarde, you can clearly see that the AEI levels from the EMD 100 is very high. On my laptop, on my tablet, and on my smartphone. Now, we turn on the emGuarde and watch closely. The moment the emGuarde is turned on, the harmonic indicator has turned from a red to green. This shows when emGuarde is active, the environment becomes more harmonized. And the AEI levels have also dropped to a green zone. And that makes emGuarde one of the most powerful personal protectors that you can have.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And the full version will be uploaded on the emGuarde YouTube channel once we're done with the full edits. And it's going to be powerful. So, you know, once again, emGuarde is something that you guys can travel everywhere with it. We're having a coffee with people. Put it there with the Kangen ball. Is going to be such a conversation starter. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video and my presentation so far, because now we're going to have a lot of important information that we need a very professional emGuarde product specialist to actually come in here to present to you very important information. Okay, so I would like to invite onto the Zoom camera. All right, I think he's there already. Our emGuarde product specialist, and the guys, before he comes on and speaks about it, you know, I just want to say that everything I know about emGuarde actually came from him, right? Oh, somebody is asking about points and commissions. I'm going to cover that later. Yeah, it's going to come after David's session. So everything I know about emGuarde came from him, and without him, a lot of the emGuarde knowledge wouldn't have been distributed across the world. So it's truly an honor to have him on this call today. We're going to have so much to learn from him. So without further ado, I'm going to invite the emGuarde product specialist, Mr. David Chung. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him some love. David, over to you.
Thank you so much, Simon, for the warm welcome. First of all, thanks for having me on this call, and good evening to Enagic USA family, and of course to the Enagic global team as well. Because I believe in this call, it is not just the US community, but I believe some of the people from Europe or across Asia will be joining the call as well. Okay, so hi from Canada. I see Leah. This is Canada. Okay, now let me just go through a quick walkthrough on the new emGuarde technical sheet. And all these informations are made available for you in the instruction manual as well. But today, because this is a new launch Zoom call, I'm going to just run through this material with you. Okay, let me call out the slides. Okay, if everyone can see the slides on the screen clearly, can I see? Just type in number 1 on the chat box so that I know that you're seeing the slides before I start presenting. Okay, great. So emGuarde, your personal protector. Now, so the first thing you need to understand is that there are a few buttons, you know, and also indicators from the new emGuarde. It is slightly different from the previous generation because this is a brand new portable unit. So it is designed differently as well. Okay, so one of the most important thing you need to do is to activate the emGuarde. Look at item number 4. There's a number 4 pointing on the button here. So right at the back of the emGuarde, there's this button, if you can see from my screen. Okay, so hold the button for 3 seconds to activate the emGuarde. All right, to activate the emGuarde, I'm going to just stop sharing my screen to show you a bigger camera. Zoom in on my cameras here. Let me just stop sharing the screen for the moment. Can you guys see me? Okay, so I'm holding the emGuarde product here, and this is the activation button. Now, once you hold the button for about 3 seconds, you get to activate the emGuarde just like that. Okay, so first of all, this indicator here represents the battery duration indication, and it's going to go off after 10 seconds to conserve the battery. And the E logo here, as you can see in blue LED, is going to continue to lit. All right, and this LED here represents that this emGuarde is currently functioning. You know, the harmonics is actually currently functioning, and you're having protection, you know, when you see this button here. Okay, now to activate the battery bar, let's say you want to check, you know, in terms of the battery, how much battery left for this unit. All you need to do is to reactivate the button. Just press it once and you will call up this battery indication just like that. It's pretty simple. All right, and this bar is going to go off after 10 seconds. Okay, now next point. This battery bar is segmentized into 4 different levels. So when this blue light goes all the way to the top here, means it is fully charged. All right, you're seeing 100% of a battery is fully charged. All right, now once this battery bar goes to the second notch, which is over here, it represents that the battery is left 75%. Okay, 75%. Once it goes to half, which is over here, it represents that the battery is, you know, the remaining battery is about 50%. And once it goes to this LED light, which is the last one, it represents that the battery it's almost zero. It's 25% left. Okay, 25% left. Now, once the emGuarde's battery went below 10%, all right, the E logo here is going to turn itself into red color. Okay, so this indicates that the battery went below 10%, and with the red LED here, means the emGuarde can only work for another approximately 2 hours. Okay, approximately 2 hours before the emGuarde went completely shut down, you know. All right, so let's go back to the slides. So these are the few indicators that you need to know about the new emGuarde, you know, as compared to the previous generation, because the previous generation is much more simpler. You just have to plug in and there is a LED lights to actually indicate that it's working. But for the new one, there are battery indications as well. Okay, now next. So I've actually covered this battery percentages and indications as well. And the red LED only turns out when the battery goes below 10%. Okay, now next. So these are some of the information that you need to know. First of all, new emGuarde, it's powered by a universal Type-C port, the charging port. So regardless of any USB cable, you can actually use it as long as it is Type-C, it is fast charging. And it comes with a fast charging cable. So the emGuarde box, when you unboxed it, Enagic actually provides you with this original Type-C to Type-C fast charging cable. Okay, so you can either use this or you can use one of the standards one from the market, as long as it is Type-C to Type-C fast charging. Now, in terms of the charging speed, I need to allow you to understand that when you use the adapter, all right, the charger's adapter, as long as your adapter is above 2 ampere, all right, if you use your adapter above 2 ampere, the charging speed is approximately 3.5 to 4 hours, all right, to get the new emGuarde fully charged up. Okay, now I understand that some of the Apple users, your adapter could be working between 1 ampere to 1.5 ampere, all right, and if you're using the older adapter, now the charging speed is slightly slower. It takes up about 6 to 7 hours to get it fully charged. So basically you have to leave it overnight. So before you sleep, you just have to charge up your new emGuarde, and the next morning when you wake up, it's going to be fully charged. If you're using a slower adapter, 1 to 1.5 ampere. All right. So now, point number 4, very important, you have to take note, because in US, you'll be having winter season. All right. Now, if the surrounding temperature it's between 5 to 15 degrees Celsius, let's say you don't have a heater at home, and when the temperature drops below this margin, all right, it actually activates the normal charging mode, and it's going to take you about 6 to 7 hours to get it fully charged. All right, and of course, if the temperature dropped below 5 degrees Celsius, the unit itself will stop charging. Okay, and of course, you know, a full charge device to operate continuously for at least 2 hours. So earlier on, Simon was presenting on the slide. It's talking about, you know, the new emGuarde, one full charge can last you for about 72 hours. All right, so continuously at least 2 days. So we are trying to be conservative, but for the matter of fact, this thing can last for at least 72 hours with one full charge. So you don't have to charge this device on a daily basis. All right. Okay. So next one, I'm going to dive into some of the certifications that the new emGuarde has obtained. All right. First of all, if you look at all this, all right, we have got the electrical safety, of course, the EMC, RF compliance as well, FCC for the US market, very important. Environmental compliance, we have Roche to make sure that, this new emGuarde, the new Enagic emGuarde, we do not have all these hazardous substances, as a raw material when we build this. Okay, and the last one is the energy efficiency certifications as well. So let me just zoom in one of the most important certs that I would like to share with you, which is the middle one. Okay, so the middle one represents, that this Enagic emGuarde has actually obtained the North American certifications, and this product is actually certified as UL standard approved as well. So this product can be sold or can be imported into the North American market, including the USA and also the Canadian market as well. Okay, so this is one of the most important certifications for this training, because this training is about the US launch. All right, so this product is fit and it is certified as the UL standard compliant. All right, it's complying to UL standard. So these are the certificates that we have on the screen. You can view it later, because we're going to post all this into the ETTW channel, which is emGuarde to the World channel, so that you can download all these materials for your marketing purposes. All right, we got all this, Roche, and of course the energy efficiency certifications as well. Okay, now I'm going to go into my last topic of the day, which is the new emGuarde demo tool. This is very important. So in the Enagic business, we've got different demo tools. Like in the water business, you need to use the pH tester and also the ORP meter. Okay, and as for the emGuarde demo, it is fortunately that we can actually show a demo to a client, because seeing is believing. And for the emGuarde, we have got a tool to actually show it to the market and to the public on how bad the pollution is. And of course, when you turn on the emGuarde, there is a tool for you to verify this patented, proprietary harmonics of the emGuarde as well. Okay, so now this particular tool, it's inspired by this Canadian researcher. Her name is Dr. Magda Havers. I believe some of you have heard of her name. I really like her work because she actually, researched a lot about the pollution of the electrosmog. We call it electromagnetic pollution, and how this pollution actually affects our health as well. Now, we actually gotten this word electrosmog from her research, which represents electromagnetic pollution. And this is how the engineering team came up with the EMD100, which is electrosmog detector. Okay? So now, let me just go to the next slide. There you go. So this EMD100 detector, again, it is formalized by these three concepts. These are the three engineering basic concepts. Okay? First of all, it measures the pollution based on weighted RF noises. So when we call weighted RF noises, means it is actually, we call it specific. All right? They actually select a few specific frequency band to actually weight the RF noises. All right? Now, number two, harmonic disturbances. Harmonic disturbances basically means the leakages from the radiation sources. For example, like your power lines or maybe your electronic gadgets. Now, all these gadgets produces certain level of radiation. All right, so harmonic disturbances means the leakages, the interference coming from all these sources. Now, the third one, the third formula, which is field variability. Okay, so this represents that this detector itself is measuring the pollution within a given frequency bandwidth, which is between 3 megahertz to approximately 1000 megahertz. All right, so this is actually a combination tool of the previous one, the previous tool that you guys have been using, which is the ORD9300. It is a combination of that tool with a few new features in it as well. Okay, now this AEI scale, as you can see, it is segmentized into a very simple color coding. All right, there is 4 color LEDs on the AEI scale bar, which is the middle one, if you can see my cursor. All right, so it has been segmentized into green, yellow, orange, and red. It's that simple. So green basically means the pollution level is low, all right, or the energy is low. And if it shows you yellow, when you point it to a radiation source, means the pollution is moderate. All right, and when it shows you orange, up to the orange bar, means it's high, and of course red means very high. Okay, so now please take note that this ambient electrosmog index is a proprietary index or formula, and it is not intended for medical or regulatory use as well. All right, so we do not associate all this scale to any ailments or any claims. No, these are just a visual aid to help the public to understand the level of pollutions that we are exposing to in our daily lives. So this is very important note for all of you. Okay, now next I'm going to show you a short video to show you how this AEI scale changes when we put the scale against a different sources. Let's take a look at this quick video. So as you can see from the video itself, when we point this AEI EMD detector against, let's say, a clean environment. So I was doing this test in the park, I'm pointing this detector towards a lake. So now that environment is much cleaner because there is no radiation sources. And as you can see, the AEI scale is going to show you green color. It's going to maintain that because it's low, all right? The density is low, so the pollution is lower. But when you point the AEI scale or this detector, the EMD 100, against a power line, like as shown from this video, a power line, or against the laptop or a vending machine, with electricity running through this machine, the ES scale is going to go up to red color. As you can see from this LED color bar, is going to go all the way up to very high. So this indicates that the pollution around these gadgets or this area, it's on a higher level. Okay, it is very simple. All right, very simple. Now, next, I'm going to explain to you one last feature of this detector, all right, before I pass on to Simon. So there's another LED light on this detector. As you can see, above the AEI scale, there's one circle LED light, all right? And the name of this LED light is harmonic indicator, all right? This is the specific name for this. Now, during a normal scanning, when you use the detector, when you scan the radiation source, before we turn on the emGuarde technology, all right, this harmonic indicator is going to show you a red color. And red represents unharmonized, means there is no presence of the emGuarde patented harmonics in the environment. So it's going to show you a red color. All right. So when the environment harmonizer is turned off, all right, the harmonic indicator turns red, showing the area is unharmonized. It's that simple. So when you turn on the emGuarde technology, so in the demo, it is like a before and after demo. It's something like similar to your pH test. It's like a before and after. All right, so before you put in the drops, then it shows you acidic, and when you pour in the Kangen water, it shows you alkaline. So this is the same concept. So before you turn on the emGuarde, it's going to show you red, and after you turn on the emGuarde, it's going to show you green. So when the environment harmonizer turns on, the harmonic indicator is going to turn green, showing that the area is being harmonized. Means you are within the emGuarde's protective zone. It's that simple. Okay. Now this particular function, it is proprietary to the emGuarde technology because none other detectors in the market is able to do this. Because the harmonic frequencies protection, it's only proprietary to the emGuarde. It is a patented technology, and no other detectors in the market is able to do this particular function. That's the reason why for the Enagic distributors and family, in order for you to do or to conduct a proper emGuarde demo, you need this proprietary tool to conduct the demonstration. Because this harmonic indicator is able to detect one of the emGuarde's proprietary harmonics protection frequencies. Okay, so I hope I make myself clear. So this is actually the two function of this new EMD 100, and it's so simple. It is powered by a standard AA battery. Let me just go right quickly to the specs. Okay, so over here. So it is powered by a AA battery. You need 3 of them. All right. So these are some of the technical specs that you need to understand before you get the detector. And also, let me just add on. This detector is also certified by FCC, CE, and also the North American SGS mark as well, which is UL, and the CSA. Okay. So now, again, I think Simon mentioned that this detector will be sold in the US for approximately $250. It will be made available so that you can purchase this through the US Enagic branches as well. Okay, so now I'll be uploading all this material into this. All right, we have got the Facebook official page for the emGuarde as well. So we're going to upload all these videos and of course the presentation slides as well on the Facebook page, including this, which is a handbook. All right, our team has specially designed this handbook, and in this handbook we have actually created about 16 frequently asked question FAQs with answers as well to help you to handle certain objections or questions from the market or from our customers as well. Okay, so this QR code is going to lead you to the handbook, and the handbook is a complete handbook where whatever I've just presented will be in the handbook as well, together with the 16 FAQ questions. Okay, so with that, I'm going to end my technical training over here, and I'm going to pass the camera back to Simon. Simon, back to you. Thank you very much.
David. Thank you very much, David. And let's give David some love for that very, very important session on the emGuarde. And I think, David, you can stop your screen share. That would be great.
All right.
And thanks for the QR code. And I think it's so, this kind of information is so valuable, especially at the launch of this product, for us to know exactly everything. Of course, I know a lot of us, we care mainly about the benefits of the product, what it can do to our health, and in terms of how we can incorporate it into the Enagic business. But at the end of the day, we need to know the details, of the product as well. It would be good to have this kind of knowledge, all right, to go out into the market. Okay, now a lot of you guys have been asking about very relevant information, which is the price, the commissions. All right, so that's where I'm going to come in. So thanks for being patient. So once again, with this product, you can stay present in a connected world, and it supports your everyday environment. Protection matters most at home, especially for you guys that have young kids. And emGuarde is truly designed for the people that we love and we want to protect. And this is a big one. A lot of us, we spend an hour or 2 hours every day in our cars. And now with the size of this product, with the all the amazing certifications that David has mentioned in terms of the safety of the battery and the high quality build quality of the product, you can put it in your car anywhere that you want, so that you get this harmonized zone everywhere you go. And this is just incredible, right? You can carry it and put it into your car. And ultimately, we can all now relax because we are protected, and emGuarde is here for you. All right. So I'm not promoting screen time, but we can at least scroll freely without worry compared to when we don't have this product, right? So of course, we still have to reduce our screen time as much as we can and try to be more present in the world that we live in. But now we know that even though we need to use our phones, we're protected by the emGuarde, the Enagic emGuarde. Okay. Awesome. Okay. And those of you who are using in offices, please bring it everywhere you go. All right. And those of you who are gym goers, or you guys run marathons or long runs, right? What you can do is buy a strap from sports stalls. I don't know if you have like Decathlon over there in the US. We have this big store. It's a British brand. You can buy all these straps. I'm sure you can buy it online. You can put it, the one that is designed for the phones. Also, Enagic doesn't sell this, but you can get it from any sports stores. It's not going to cost much. Put the emGuarde there and go for your long walks, right? And that would be awesome. Rather than putting your phone on your arm, now you put an emGuarde. All right, who likes this? Type 1 in the chat box. All right, who likes this? Those of you who goes on runs. Yeah, and let me tell you this: if you start to do this, what's gonna happen is people are gonna ask you, "What is that on your arm?" They're gonna ask you, "So what is that? It's not your phone. What is that on your arm?" Conversation starter, right? All right, so Kim, tennis. Okay, yeah, fellow tennis player, very nice. Okay. So perfect. Okay. So let's take a look at the retail commission. So now the emGuarde, the new emGuarde portable, is going to be sold in the bundle of 2. Okay. A bundle of 2. So we call it one set. Okay. So one set has 2 units of the new emGuarde portable. 2 units. All right. Because it's portable, definitely you need more than one. Like me personally, I'm going to have one everywhere I go. I'm going to leave one near my desk. So even, in fact, 2 is also not enough. right? So, but Enagic is making it easier for people to purchase. So they're doing it as a bundle of two at $2,880 before your state tax in the US, depending where you're from. So this is the pre-tax retail price. And very exciting that it actually qualifies as a one group sale for rank advancement and title bonus incentives, including your 9+1 for your 6A rank up, or your GFS calculation is going to calculate as a one group sale, which is exciting for a lot of us leaders. And the commissions, okay? So for the core product commission, now, as you guys know, same like the previous emGuarde, there is the non-core and the core. Core, which means that I believe everybody here is a core distributor, which means you already have a Kangen machine or Ukon or Anaspa to your name and earning the core product commission. So that would be $150 per point for the set, okay, which is a bundle of two. $150. So you multiply that by 8 for the 8 points. I'm just going to do a quick calculation on my phone. So the 8 points would be $1,200. So far, so good. Okay, so $150 per point. And the good news, I'm so excited for this, that the new emGuarde bundle, Enagic has actually included the educational allowance for 6A and above, which was not previously available of the previous model. So this is so amazing for distributors like me, 6A and above. You know, who here you are 6A and above and you're excited because that's the education is good, right? Type 1 if you love this. Yay, right? Education allowance. So we get to build our team, right? Long and far. So it's dope. Yes, it's dope. Okay, so $20 first level, $10, $10. And there's no enroller for the emGuarde. Okay, there's no enroller for the emGuarde. We wish we have, but there's no enroller. So the good news is we have educational allowance, which is great. Okay, so core product represents owning any level up machine series or Ukon products under the same name. I think you guys know this already. And for non-core commission, the direct sales commission is at $115 per point. So non-core means you don't own a level up machine or Ukon product yet. So let's say when you recruit somebody absolutely new and they come in with the emGuarde, and when they sell the emGuarde set, their commission is going to be $115, whereas your commission is going to be $150. So this is great because this is an incentive for people to purchase the Ukon, the Anaspa, and the level up products, the Kangen water machine, because, you know, Enagic, the Kangen water machine is the main core product of the company and Mr. Oshiro. So I think this is great, so that when we talk to people about the emGuarde, the second step is perhaps they're going to get the Kangen machine as well, all right, and build multiple accounts and have a few positions and also to enjoy the benefits of the products, because I don't think you can truly become an Enagic distributor without drinking the Kangen water, all right? But the emGuarde now presents a whole new world of market segment for us to target, right? Because I'm very sure that even though the Kangen water machine is amazing, I've been using it for over 12 years, there are people that is hesitant, that tells you that they don't need it or it's too expensive or all kinds of excuses why they didn't buy. I'm very sure, right? We received so much rejections throughout the years. But I think that for a set of customers that may not be interested in Kangen water, we can now approach them with the emGuarde, get them in with the emGuarde, because it's a totally new technology, different tech altogether. And they could be saying, they could say yes. And the moment they come into the Enagic system, then we can tell them more about the Kangen machine. And I think that's one strategy that I'm using for my team, and it has been very, very successful. But most of the time, I sell both the products at the same time, Kangen machine and emGuarde at the same time, because when we talk about holistic wellness, when we talk about truly transforming your health, getting a machine and an emGuarde for your family, transforming your health is a no-brainer. So I talk about it as a package for people. And that's what I really suggest you guys to do. All right. So you can increase your sales, more products to be sold, more commissions to be earned. And for me, more importantly, you know, and I know that these products are there to add value to the customers. All right. So don't be afraid to sell multiple products at the same time. Okay. Good. Now, okay, you guys know about core and non-core, right? Okay, good. So somebody asks, where do you live? Singapore? No, I'm from Malaysia. We don't have high incomes here and people still buy the products, because I believe, you know, it doesn't really, the income level, you guys in the US and Canada is already one of the highest in the entire world. And And Enagic is not about income, it's about income level, it's about how hungry people are and how much people value health. There's an interesting country called India where people earn anywhere between $300, $500 to $1,000 a month. At $1,000, if you're $1,000 in India, that's considered good income. And Enagic is doing few thousand machine sales in India every month. So I believe the income level is not important. What's important is the hunger level and the appreciation and value for health, right? So you guys over there in the US, Canada, you guys can be doing huge with this. Okay, so that is our presentation for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it.